I'm Jennifer Sness. You're watching News 24 Live. I'm joined in studio by Ard Matthews. He has a brand new funky single out and he's going to tell us all about it. Hello.
How you doing?
Nice to see you again.
You too.
How are your dogs?
They are sensational, eh?
Yeah.
They're amazing. Jeff's got a degree.
In?
He's not saying it. He's, yeah, it's a pedigree, I think.
And as the other one, what's his name?
Scotty. Scotty is a darling. Yeah, she's battling with Afrikaans at school, like properly.
She's battling.
Battling, but it's cool. I've just told her to chill because if she starts young, she'll get it. She'll definitely get it.
Yeah, good.
She's fine. She just sounds a bit weird now.
You're a good dad. You're a good dad. Now, the last time you were in here, you were with Just Ginger.
Yes.
Now you're here and you're all on your own, and we're talking about Stay Together, your brand new single.
Yes.
What has happened to Just Ginger? Anything?
Well, actually, everything has happened to Just Ginger. I was well on my way to do my second solo record, the first one having been released in 2012, and so I was like, wow, well, we're quite late. Wow, life is really carried on, right? So I was busy doing it, and then it also just so happened that the guys were like, oh, we're also free. Let's do an album. And I was like, okay, cool. So now we're just doing both all at one, and it's, I must say, I mean, the workload is ridiculous, and it's a marketer's semi-nightmare because we have two products coming out, you know, of like kind of two lead artists or whatever it is, you know, principal artists, but there's a lot of good music coming, and the new Ginger is sounding, it's really beautiful. I'm really so excited. And I'm now having to work harder so that I can just complete the solo album because I'd literally just dropped the single and the guys were like, okay, now we're good. I was like, oh, now you're good. I'm in the middle of my campaign. Anyway.
No rest for the wicked is what they say.
No rest, I love it. That's what I'm here for.
Now I was reading your Facebook and you actually said 2 albums in 2 months.
Yes.
You were, how did that work? You were in Europe. What was going on in your life there?
No, we're working really hard. It's cool. And it just feels so good. You know when you get on one of those missions, like when you work and it's just all flowing. Sometimes you work super hard and it's just all blockages, especially as a creative, you know. And just man, we love each other so much. So being in the studio with Ginger is an absolute pleasure. I'm working pretty well by myself. I'm starting to get into my own groove and my own flow. And what I found with the solo record, what I'm doing, is I've given myself such a cool license to literally do whatever I want. I mean, I've got such an eclectic mix of songs on this record. I have a song that literally sounds like it's old Massive Attack. I wrote a deep house song the other day.
What?
Yeah, yes, I did, and it's going on the record, and it's cool. Awesome. And then I also did a piano and voice cover version of Nat King Cole, When I Fall in Love, because that's my inspiration. So this record is going to be quite a varied one, but it's literally it is my little outlet. It's my complete poetic license, and then Ginger is what it is. Yeah. But we've also really freshened up. I mean, it's really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It sounds like exciting times ahead.
It really is.
It really sounds like your solo album is you.
Yes.
All authentically, genuinely you.
Yes.
And is this the first time you think you've been able to really do this in the last little while?
Well, the 2012 record was also very selfishly me. It was recorded, produced, written, engineered. I didn't mix it. I had a friend in LA who mixed it. So that was my first little venture into that depth of selfishness. But this is my next one.
Is it nice to
cool,
venture
you know,
down
I needed it, you know, and it's not like I was in a band for 5 years and then went solo. I mean, I think we were together 15 years before I even mentioned the word solo. That's a pretty good commitment to a marriage, never mind a band, you know.
Now tell me about Stay Together. It's such a rad sound. I actually was listening to it and jamming before this interview. Tell me about your inspirations.
You know, it literally just, as most of the fun songs that happen for me, it just really happens so quickly. And what I'm definitely focusing on this record is I'm not editing myself as I go along. I'm not going, ooh, it sounds too much like, if anything, I'm going, yes, it sounds a lot like Black Keys in the beginning, and then a very a lot like Disco Bee Gees in the chorus. And I'm going, is that wrong? And I'm just, the answer on the record is that nothing's wrong as long as I'm having fun with it. The melodies, you know, I've always been a bit of a melody guy and a song kind of writer, so that's always going to exist. And now what I'm doing is I'm just I'm making sure I don't like label myself. It's not a folk album that's coming out. It's not an electro album. It's not a rock album. It's going to be the worst category for the Psalmers, but
we'll have to make up a new category for you. Other.
Hectic, eclectic. Or something.
Do you think South African artists make that mistake by labeling their music?
I don't think South Africans. I think the world does it. We all need to do that because we've got to find some familiarity, otherwise our brains explode. We've got to be able to find the pigeonhole to put everyone in, and music and all sound. So it's a human nature thing. I don't think South Africa battles any more than the rest of the world.
All right, so you ventured into crowdfunding for this record on Indiegogo for the marketing of the album. What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I just threw it out. I didn't know if I was going to get $1 or $1 million. I had no idea.
That would have been so cool.
That would have been cool. The difference with this campaign is that the record was done. It's already paid for. I'm fortunate I have the means to be able to no longer have to ask people to give me money to make a record. I can do these things, you know, and a few other things in life now. So that was always the thing, but one thing you can never have enough of, and this is, I implore musicians, is like, it's good to have money and it's good to produce a beautiful record, but if you leave yourself $5 left to spend on people hearing that record, then you've really just done it the wrong way around. So I was trying something very new, because usually crowdfunding is like, please, I need 50,000 or 100,000 rand to make an album. And I was doing it the other way around. I just, all the money and any involvement that I get, and I'll still carry on. I'll probably do another round of marketing, especially as the new singles come out and people go like, oh, this is actually a viable record going on here. And it gives fans a chance to get involved in a nice and intimate, personal way, you know.